Mm, mm, calling all traditions, all peoples, all beings, all sentience, coming and gathering here in your own time and space. Mm, bringing your harmony, vibration, and grace. Mm, mm, finding your being alive and aware. Everything that we do begins with a thought. Everything that we are is as a result of a thought. How could it be anything other than that? But in the meantime, in those moments that are progressing, as we are moving one moment at a time, how often are we lost to this thought? How often are we failing in having a wider sense of perspective? This is meditation and mindfulness. It's an opportunity to practice together and relay into one's brain. There is much more activity going on in this universe than we usually portray. We think of ourselves, our families, our work, our community, our nation, whichever one we're speaking about in this moment of this day. Let's focus down into one's own being and see what we can do, where we can, how we can play in our roles as human beings, as we are of today. Realizing that as much as we like to perceive and feel, acknowledge, we know when we reach the foundation of our being, we realize there is so much more than we could conceivably imagine, much less realize. The universe, creation, is just too vast. Focus now back to our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, with 200 billion stars, star systems. 200 billion star systems in the Milky Way galaxy, in this conglomeration of creation, of life, of evolution, and come down to our solar system, and come down to our planet Earth. And here we are. And we each have a life that we're living, moment by moment. It is a celebration. It is nothing else than this. One can ignore the majesty of creation. It's easy to do because we're involved in the things that surround us, in these things that are, in quote, meaningful, whereas these other thoughts maybe are more esoteric and whimsical and not important. I'm here and now. I've got to work and do all these other things that we do today in our societies, in the evolution of our species. For the last 5 to 10,000 years, we have had quite an acceleration, a combustion, you might say, a rocket ship leaving the orbit of our planet with all the knowledge and technology that we have gained. So it is the dawning of this Aquarian age. Make no doubt about it. You know, people may be fidgeting, wondering when is it starting, or when did it start? In my humble opinion, it has begun in this period in the last 10,000 years. Why do I say that? Because of recorded, in quote, history. This is our opportunity to learn. from each other. We are very similar, right? 99.6% the same. A species upon this planet Earth. And we have behaviors, and we have dimensionality of ourselves and characteristics of what we can accomplish, or, all of these different criteria, the way we think, the way we act, or the way we respond, the way we react, is all in a big bundle. And we can study that today easily with the internet. My gracious, finding in your own heart a little space for the whole rest of the universe. Put it inside as a seed to be aware, to broaden one's own perspective, to widen it, to deepen it, to care about everything everywhere. Why? Because it gives us this perspective on what we are doing in this moment, or want to do in these succeeding moments. That's why. Maybe you're going to do something that's a little rash or reactive, and then you remember yourself, your practice, your goals, your seeds, and you hesitate or pause altogether. And that which you would have done fades away. And what you do becomes the new you of this moment. And you are realizing, when you are receptive, that you are changing in a positive manner. It's just simple kind of things like this that we do. It is an acknowledgement to oneself that something is happening, something good. Nurturing oneself through self-affirmations, for instance. I am organized. I am structured. I am consistent. I am energized. I am kind. I am faithful. I am considerate. These kinds of affirmations are very powerful, planting them in one's mind, in one's soul, all day, whenever you have the chance, whenever you can find a moment to be relaxed and to broaden one's perspective, taking just a moment or two to breathe, to find your pulse of this miracle that you call yourself, just to doing this and saying, I am, and planting it in your heart. This is a very high form of self-evolution, of growing, of combusting the energy in your being in two positive directions. This is doing this all day, becoming it, being it, seeing the results of it in those momentary glimpses of yourself from the past to the present, into the future, potential, listening and feeling in your ears, feeling the texture of the skin of your ears, feeling the warmth or the coolness in your ears, and the structure of your ears, feeling sounds entering your ears, or, well, you hear me. Do you have any other channels of sound or awareness that are functioning in this moment? Do you perceive that there's the possibility of multi-channels operating in any one moment or instant of time? Do you feel a potential of sound? Do you feel a tingling, a hissing, a scintillation? a potential for sound. It is the universe that you are feeling, that you are becoming aware of. It is here. It is not something removed or remote. Everything we're talking about is here now. Everything in the universe is connected. This is the primal energy we're talking about. Everything is the same. The fabric of every single thing in the universe. Let me say it again. The fabric of everything in the universe is the same. Thinking about, thinking about what we're doing all day with kindness, with a smile, with the understanding that we are Homo sapiens and that we have multitasking minds and bodies. We have 2 hands. We have 2 feet. We can do so many different things. We are so gifted. We are so lucky. We are literally bundles of miracles. To attain a sense of this miracle, be in awe. Feeling a sense of reverence for the history and the tradition of evolution for 14.5 billion years. Feel a sense of amazement. This is all craziness that's going on. The celebration is going on. It is ongoing. It is you in your vibration, ecstatically aware of the heat emanating, shimmering from your body into the environment beyond the texture and the reach of the cilia, your hair on your skin. You are a beacon of energy. This is a widening perspective of whom you are. This is not an exaggeration. This is the most honest that you can be. This is one soul talking to another. In humility, we gain humility with our wide perspective. Having acquired this sense of our miraculous nature and the breadth of creation, we instantly, coincidentally, begin to feel a sense of gratitude. If we don't, acquiring it is bliss. To be satisfied, to be thankful for what we've got. It may not happen all in one instant for you if this is your first time meditating and being mindful like this. That's okay. Again, what did we say before? Kindness and understanding and compassion. You must create the architecture and the foundations for one's own self. This is your job, not mine. That's what I'm doing here. Everyone needs to be attentive to themselves. Everyone in this world. It is energy that this universe is made of. It's oscillating back and forth, remembering everything is the energy of creation. And we're here today, 14.5 billion years later, shining in the brightness of having an ability to imagine to the ends of creation. Practice, being aware, following one's breathing to help relax, to help calm, to focus, to begin to find the interior foundation that one has, one's DNA. Doing this all day, doing this with a breath or two, or a moment's reflection upon your pulse. Your body will help you. It will pull your consciousness to these kinds of things. You know how it's quirky that sometimes you feel something, a discomfort or a comfort on your skin, or you feel your pulse in some place? This is what we're talking about. Your body Your body is hundreds and hundreds of millions of years in evolution. Your body knows quite a lot about how to take care of you and does. What we're talking about is being more aware of this and not being under an illusion that we are in control, because we are not. We can go on, but enough said. Breathe. Pause. Feeling your glowing being flowing. Being in harmony. In grace. Shining in every direction. Like the sun. You are. Have a nice day. Oh, how lucky we are just to be alive, to be aware, to be able to shine our light of inquiry, of curiosity in any direction. Aquarian age, we need to act. Namaste. Oh, oh, oh. In the wind you can hear the calling of the universe, listening, inside of your mind, beyond the tips of your auditory nerves as they enter your brain, in your cerebrums, on your left and on your right side. 2 cerebrums you have, 2 brains. Oh, listening to the ambiance, to the potential of creation. It is always right here in front of us. It is our level of awareness, our perspective, that shrouds it or shines a light upon it. It is action. It is energy that we are creating, and we are forming into rituals, habits, traditions, patterns, structure, organization, consistency, energizing our beings. Namaste.